don't see it coming. When they ask you, like, oh, I'm on NCAA scholarship at Ole Miss, they're like, oh, for what? You know, they're like, volleyball, softball, basketball? I'm like, no, rifle. And then they look at me and go, rifle? What's rifle?
Rifle is a sport of precision, focus, and timing. It's one that requires an athlete to consider more than just pulling the trigger and hitting the bullseye.
This sport is pretty much 90% mental. After you get your positions down and everything, this sport is all mental, because when you're up there on the line, you face that target alone. We are very focused people. We take one shot at a time, and the mental concentration that goes into it takes years and years of training to do.
Ole Miss welcomed the rifle team as an NCAA sport in 1997. The first and only coach in school history built the program from the ground up.
We started just very small with just kids that really didn't know what they were just walk-on kids off campus that wanted to be a part of a program and just make history for, being the first athletes for rifle. And we've evolved into now we're recruiting all over the country. We have a substantial equipment budget that we can accommodate, multiple shooters and what they need. We have this nice new facility that's been in existence for only about 5 years now, which is twice the size of where we started. And it's just grown tremendously.
The team of 5 expects perfection, right down to their uniforms. Their shoes have a platform that extends out in front to provide the shooter with better balance. Their pants and jackets are incredibly stiff to provide stability. Once the shooters are suited up, it's to the line they go.
Well, I make sure my hips are square this way, and my gun is straight across my chest. And then put my head on it, make sure my natural point of aim is on, which it is. And then take like 1 or 2 deep breaths and relax, and then you kind of hold your breath for a couple seconds while you're taking the shot, and you try and make sure your heartbeat is slow and so you're not like worked up about it. And breathe, relax.
The air rifle is a .177 caliber, and it uses compressed air to propel the bullet downrange. And small bore is a .22 caliber rifle that uses gunpowder to propel the bullet downrange. So the small bore is technically a firearm, whereas the air rifle is not. Air rifle is shot at 10 meters, and small bore is shot at 15 meters or 50 feet.
We shoot 3 positions in small bore, which are worth, you shoot 20 points, and they're 200 points apiece. And then in air rifle, you will shoot 60 shots in one position, and that's worth 600 points.
The Rebels are shooting for the perfect 10, but for them it starts with practice and focusing on that ultimate target.
It's all about the numbers. It's all about being consistent, picking the right people that are going to shoot the numbers that day. So we're just trying to increase everybody's general numbers and what they're shooting. It's what it boils down to, is just score.
The difference between a 9.9 and a 10.0 is the thickness of an eyelash. A 9.9 is still a 9, whether it's a 9.0 or a 9.9, and a 10 is still a 10.
Mid-season, the Ole Miss Rebels are ranked 11th in the nation. It is their ultimate goal to get the automatic berth to the NCAA tournament by at least being in the top 8. Now, as you can see, the ladies are working very hard to make that goal happen. Let's go back to you guys in the studio.